since I'm about to sell my Beyerdynamic DT990, I thought, why not make a comparison? Because, incidentally, I just bought the Fidelio X2HR, and since they both kind of cover the same, like, sound, and people use them for, like, the same things, like gaming, music, kind of all-around daily use headphones, I thought, well, would be kind of fitting to compare them to each other. Yo, let's go. So let's start with build quality, and let's start with the Beyerdynamic headphone. Everyone who knows Beyerdynamic knows they have like a really fantastic build quality even in their cheaper headphones. And like the DT990 here is around 130 to 150 euro, kind of like the Fidelio X2. And yeah, like the Fidelio, we will get to that later, it's built like with a lot of metal, like it's really sturdy. Like there are stories where people like kept their Beyerdynamic headphones for 10 to 20 years and they're still working fine. You just have to change the pads. But yeah, they are built to last. And Beyerdynamic even offers a lot of like spare parts. I don't know if like the DT990, like I know for their newer headphones, like for the more expensive ones, the DT1990 and 77, you can like build the whole headphone like from scratch, like drivers, like everything. I actually didn't really look up if it's the same with the DT990, but you can get a lot of spare parts, so yes. But they are built really well. They have like a lot of metal here. I actually have the edition version, which is like kind of like not premium, like they're the same price range, but they are a bit different. Like they have like different clamping force and they are like a really different style. They have this pretty cool grill. I actually think these ones here look a lot better than the Pro versions, which have like this weird black silver metal thing going on. I really like this clear silver thing. And it's actually really open. And yeah, you have these metal sliders, of course. Everything works fine. And I really have like nothing to complain about besides maybe the non-detachable cable. But yeah, it's like older and the newer ones you have a detachable cable, so that's fine. But yeah, nothing really to argue about here. So let's go on with the Fidelios. The Fidelios are equally well built. You have a lot of metal here too, even more than in the DT990, and therefore it's a lot heavier. But I guess this just like contributes to their quality. Instead of like sliders, like the DT990, you have this adjustable headband, which works fine and doesn't seem to be cheap. Like nothing here really seems to be cheap or like flimsy. It's really a solid piece of technology. So I really don't have to say a lot about the build quality of the Fidelios. They have like a detachable cable, which is pretty cool because I guess this is like maybe the only thing that can break with all of the like build quality here. So that's fine. And yeah, like I said, really well built, equally like the Beyerdynamic. So let's go to comfort. To talk about comfort, I brought a special guest with me. It's Marina.
Hello, everyone.
She also used the DT990.
Yeah,
and
beloved headphones.
Yeah, and she can give you an honest opinion to like about how it feels to wear this headphone.
So in my opinion, it's such a good headphone to put on your ears and just in general on your head because it's like so damn comfortable. So what could I say about this? It doesn't hurt at all. It's like because of the cushion, it's like so soft around your ear, and it's also like even if you have like really huge ears or big ears, this thing covers it. Like, I don't know how it does it, but look at that. And it's so stylish and so good looking. And I really enjoyed just having it on my head. And I can't, even after long hours of just wearing these headphones, I do not like, how do you call that? I do not feel anything. Like any...
Yeah, you don't get any fatigue or you don't get uncomfortable.
It's like not so lightweight, but it's still light on your head. And I don't know, it doesn't feel also squeaky also because I have the Kraken
one of the
X-USB.
One of the
and
older
they are
Krakens.
like creaky and so, but these are so nice and stable. And I don't know, it feels like not too clingy on your head. Like the clamping force isn't too much, but it's like really solid.
Yeah, it's important to say that this is the I said this before when talking about good build quality. It's the edition version. Like there's the pro version, which is like for professional use in the studio, and these are like way more clampy. They have a like really kind of strong clamping force, and these are made for home use and where you don't have to, walk around in the studio, and you can just sit on your PC and it won't fall down. So these are like really, really comfortable. And yeah,
I would say something too, like if you're wearing glasses, like it doesn't hurt at all. Like sometimes I have the problem with headbands also, that they're just hurt and these do not. So yeah.
So just for comparison, I will give her the Fidelio X2. She hasn't worn them before, so it's like a new experience. She can say something about this and how it feels in comparison to the Beyerdynamic.
Yeah. So yeah, they look pretty huge. But what I like about them when Tim was wearing them is the headband. It's so nice and like playful.
You don't have to adjust it yourself with the step 1, 2, 3. It's just everything is like done automatically.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, but I like to play with it. It's so nice. So yeah. Oh yeah. So it is much heavier on your face. On your face. On your head. So a little bit. And I don't know, but I have a particular small head. And for me, they're like sliding down a little bit. Kinda.
So they are kind of too huge.
For my face and head in general. Yeah. It's like kind of also sinking down. So I can't describe it, but it won't like it can, but I feel like it kind of sinks for like millimeter to millimeter.
Yeah, for me it fits, but like if I had like a little bit like smaller ears or head like she does, then like, it would be too big. But it's like at the it's still fine with me.
Like it fits, but if you like shake or something or just a little bit adjustment, it like really moves too much, I think. And it's like the cushion, it's really warm somehow. I don't know, maybe because of the polyester. I know the DT990 do have that too, but it's much more softer, and these are like kind of scratchy or so.
These are like way stiffer.
And I don't know, the clamping force is a little bit more than the DT990, and I don't know, I do not enjoy that. Maybe because I love the DT990 too much, but yeah. And also it's really, I don't know.
It's bulky. Like
yeah, it's really bulky. So if you prefer something like, I don't know, minimalistic or so, or not too this, then
with the Beyerdynamic, like everyone can wear them. Like I don't know a single person who doesn't like the Beyerdynamic edition headphones. But with these, this is like like, you know, some people like it and some people don't. For me, it's fine. It feels.
But look, if you like do a little bit like that,
Yeah,
things down.
but somehow it doesn't do this with me. It fits really well, and it's like kind of stable.
Maybe I do not like that it's not so stable on my.
Yeah, I mean it's self-adjusting, and maybe
yeah.
But for me, it also I feel that these are stiffer, but it's like some kind of not tight, but some kind of stiff pillows on your ears, and I kind of like that. Like it feels, although this is an open headphone, it feels kind of closed with the padding.
Yeah. Yes.
It doesn't feel as open as the DT990.
Yes, I can agree with that.
It's just, you know, with these, I would try these because, like she said, these have like a higher clamping force. It's still not like really high, but it's obviously like higher.
And what else? I don't know if it is comfort, but it is kind of comfort if your earpads do not like absorb so much dust.
Yeah, these are really bad.
And
like
hair and so.
I got these like a week ago, and I've been wearing them for like maybe 3 days. Like, and otherwise they were like left in the package. And look how these already look. Like, I'm not losing a lot of hair or whatever, but these are, you can leave them in the corner,
and dust.
And after like 4 or 5 days, these will be covered in dust.
Yeah,
like,
and
it's so weird. And with
do not have that at all.
Yeah, with the Beyerdynamic, I even have other headphones with like black cushions, and these also don't do this. It's just with the Fidelios, and yeah, it's kind of gross. So you have to clean them like
every week.
Every week. But
if you mind, like, just if you are comfortable bearing that.
Okay, so now Marina will listen to 2 different songs. First with the Beyerdynamic DT990, and then with the Fidelio X2. And afterwards, let's hear what she has to say. Okay,
so yeah, I listened to 2 songs.
Yeah, the reason I thought it would be fun is because Marina is not really into headphones and audio stuff, so it would be kind of cool to let her describe the differences, because like these 2 headphones are kind of the same sound wise. Like, of course they do not sound the same, but they are both like V-shaped, you know, when there's like an emphasis in bass and an emphasis in highs, it's like a V. So at the beginning and at the end, like, you know, the mids are in the middle. yeah, so that's V-shaped. Okay. So these are both kind of like that, but different. So yeah, what did you hear?
So I was listening to Dinner and Diatribes from Herzier and The Night We Met from Lord Huron, and I listened to songs straight for 2 times. And I had so much pressure on me, like, I don't know. It was really hard and I was kind of shaky. So I hope I don't say something wrong, but the first ones are these Beyerdynamic DT990, yeah. And they are really, really clear. Like when I listened to The Night We Met, like the voice was really, really clear, and also you had this feeling like he was like singing to you, like next to you or somehow, but it was like really openish, and it sounded like it's real, like it's real.
Yeah, okay.
And the voice was really clear, but the voice and the instruments are kind of on the same level, like they were also on the same height or so. Yeah. I don't want to say anything wrong, but yeah. And yeah, in general, on the same settings, they were kind of quieter than these Fidelios. And other than that, I didn't notice anything, I think.
And what did you know with the Fidelios? Like,
the Fidelios are, especially in Dinner and Diatribe, somehow they are on the same song. They are louder, like really louder, and the voice is somehow, it's also clear, like the headphones also make a clear sound, but the voice is somehow, I don't know, a little has a touch of artificiality. And somehow something is over the voice that I can't describe.
Like it sounds like a touch of a like filter or
Yeah,
something.
somehow like that. And also, but it sounds good. And it's also a little bit punchier than the DT990. And also the instruments are kind of also louder. I don't know why, but yeah, they are. And the sound is somehow coming like straight to you, and you know that you're listening.
Yeah.
Listen to a song. And with the DT990, it's somehow like it's all over you, and also you can just sound so real, and the voice is so clear, and it sounds really, really good. And the Fidelios are also really good. I think they also better for like pop songs or so. But in general, I really like both of them, and they sound really, really good.
So, what do I think about how these two sound? I actually really like both of them, but I kind of like the Fidelios a little bit more, just because like the Fidelios have something that's kind of rare for open headphones. They have, like you said, this punch in the bass, because they go into low bass, and with open headphones you usually have like a roll back or roll off in bass, which means the lower bass is not really there. Like it's just weaker because it goes like out in the open, and these actually are like doing this pretty well, and that's because, and so because of that they are somewhat more, punchier, and to me they sound like somewhat fuller.
The sound was kräftig.
Yeah, they have more body. The music has somewhat more body than with the DT990. And actually, and that's a thing that a lot of people say about the DT990, and they cannot really use them with pop music or with the songs you heard. That's fine, but with metal, where you have a lot of cymbals,
I could imagine
and
that.
a lot of drums, you hear the highs, like really they're like piercing, and I kind of like highs. Like it's, to me it sounds good if this is like clear, and I'm not really sensitive, but with some songs, like it was kind of fatiguing with these. And the Fidelios are, like you said, they are still clear, and to me they don't really have this, like they don't sound fatiguing to me. I can listen to them for longer. But the DT990 sound somewhat more clearer. That's what
also,
I think.
The sound is like comfortable. Like I could imagine listening to that like all the time. And maybe I get tired of the sound a little.
Okay, so you're like different then.
Yeah.
It's cool. And the to me the DT90 sound somewhat thinner. Like they're I it's really difficult to describe, and there are like so many weird words to use in the audiophile community. But they sound more airy, like they're a little bit more I don't know, dreamy. Maybe that's because they have like this kind of little bump in the high bass, and then in the highs, which makes them sound not full, but just a little bit cloudy but clear. It's weird to describe. It's really weird. I guess I
noticed that too.
I guess the main point is these sound like the Fidelios are somewhat fuller, and the DT990s have like more highs, which also makes them sound more clear.
I also noticed, because I think of the shape of the ear thingies.
Yeah.
Like, do you have some? Like they are.
Yeah, of course the ears are different shaped, so your ears like realize the sound in different ways.
They're kind of like open and like really round around your ear, and these are like drücken. So
they push you into your ear. So I would rather choose the Fidelios, because all music has more body to it, and I don't know, I kind of like this, because it is V-shaped, but it's still like normal, and it's not as extreme, at least to me. And for open headphones, they have a really good quality in bass. And to me, like, I have heard headphones that sound like muddy, where the bass like lies over like everything, and there's like a veil around everything. And I don't get this with the Fidelios. Like, they still sound clear while having a lot of bass. I think it's a really cool quality for a headphone. But if you really like clarity, maybe then the DT990s are for you. What Marina said with the instruments being a little more forward with the Fidelios. I guess the mids on the Fidelios are just a little bit.
They are pronounced.
Yeah, with them they are like more pronounced.
Yeah.
And I think the mids on the Fidelios are kind of like a little bit more pronounced than in the DT990s. And because the Fidelios do not have like as much high bass, low mids, what they are going like into each other, and that kind of muddies the instruments on the DT990 just a little bit. And with the Fidelios who don't really have this. Regarding soundstage and imaging, I think both of these are kind of on the same level. Like the Fidelios, people say about them that they have like a huge soundstage, and yeah, to me it's there, and it's pretty, it's wide, it's fine. But it's not as different as the DT990, like Marina said. They sound open too, and
the DT990 are kind of like more like openish. Like, kind of imagine that the singer is singing in the room somehow, and with the Fidelios, the singer is closer to you.
It's really interesting to hear you say that.
But it's still like surrounding you, but it's mainly not really in front of you. But
so it's more like left and right, and not like in the middle, or like left, middle, center, whatever. And yeah, I think the DT990 are more open than the Fidelios, but they are both like open.
A little difference.
Yeah. The difference, like what we are like minimal. Talking about, is like really like minimal stuff. Like you can hear it, but they are both like good. Yeah, I don't really have to say a lot about like imaging and stuff. It's just like, to be honest, if it was bad, both of these headphones wouldn't be so popular. Like, it's good, and to me it's kind of on the same level. Like with gaming, I also felt like the DT990 are kind of better to pinpoint stuff, but maybe that's also because like the highs are more pronounced, and so you hear like the details, you hear more details, and then you hear a lot of them where they really are. And yeah, but I think they're like both fine. Like the main difference is the if you like clarity, go with the DT990, and especially if you like the comfort, then you go with the DT990 edition, because these are comfortable. Like you can wear them for days and
for hours.
The clamping force is just so like
it's light. It's really light. Like I don't know. I do have a small
head,
but they are really, really comfortable, and they don't pinch your head.
Yeah, like the pro version is like more like these. There is a lot more clamping force going on, and with these it's like really, really good. And with the Fidelios, it's kind of like these are like two stiff pillows hugging your head, and you have to like this. Like, I kind of think it feels good, but you have to be like
into it.
Yeah, you have to be into it. And also the pads, like we said earlier, they are getting dirty so fast. So
I don't know if you can see it.
We actually cleaned them, like, and I used them like now the first time for a few days, and even like in a half an hour there is like dust. And yeah,
you have to like cleaning if you want them.
Yeah, so maybe prepare to change, like buy some different pads for them and use them. And you don't have to do that with the DT990. So I guess that's a pro that you should think about, even when thinking about sound. Yeah.
Yeah.